What is up, Fomo fam? Happy Tuesday. Welcome back to the channel. I just wanted to make an extra video between all the crypto portfolio videos that we are doing right now to take a look at the crypto market at the moment, because big moves might be coming right here. I also want to show you my own personal portfolio that I'm still updating right now. So I got a couple of coins that are gone right now. I got a couple of coins that are added right now that just want to be, as transparent as possible. I want to show you a little bit about the trading challenge that I'm doing on this channel, because I don't talk a lot about trading, but I'm kind of killing it right here, and I'm pretty proud of myself, right? So if you're interested in trading, hit the link in the description, Fairdesk, that's why I trade, and I quadrupled my money already easily. Also for the crypto portfolio challenge, if you are new to the channel, because a lot of subscribers are coming in, thank you for subscribing to the channel, and we are, making a crypto portfolio challenge with a crypto portfolio that you can actually win. And it goes like this. So how does the challenge work, and how can you win the crypto portfolio? YouTubers claim to know what the best altcoins are, so I will set up 4 crypto portfolios: an Alex Becker portfolio, a BitBoy portfolio, a Crypto Band portfolio, and a community portfolio made by you guys. There will be 10 coins in each portfolio, and I will dollar cost a total of $1,500 in every one of them. Remember, we try to buy around the bottom of this bear market to sell in the next bull market, so the gains could be enormous. Once Bitcoin hits $100,000, I will give away the portfolio with the biggest returns to the Fomo fam, aka you guys. How to get involved? Be a subscriber of this channel and leave a comment every now and then. Further instructions will follow. And you can check out every video related to this challenge in the playlist on my channel. Now let's slowly FOMO into crypto the right way. So welcome everybody. Sorry, I was too late with my button, but welcome. I want to take a look at the crypto market at the moment, because you might be wondering, that these are the biggest questions, right? Which altcoins should I buy and when should I buy them, right? Because it's a bear market. A lot of coins are down a lot from their all-time high. A lot of coins won't make it back, but a lot of coins will, right? The good projects. And that's what we try to do right here. Search for the good projects that can actually go back to the all-time high and even beyond. And maybe new projects as well, because the best projects are being made in the bear market, right? That's what we all know right now. I want to take a look at that, because there are actually opportunities right now that we can, make use of, right? So first of all, if you have subscribed to the channel, it's a very good reason. Spoiler. It's a very good reason to subscribe to the channel. We're growing super fast. I'm very, very, very thankful for that. So if you are not part of the FOMO fam, you can win a crypto portfolio. What else can I say? It's another better reason to do that, right? Now let's take a look at my crypto portfolio first. Then I want to talk about also when am I buying exactly, because as you may know, I'm dollar costing, but when and what do I expect the market to do? It's not what's gonna happen. It's just my opinion about how it's looking right now. And I want to take a look at the crypto trading challenge, because if you do not have a lot of money right now to invest in crypto, because you are probably down a lot, then how do you make money to invest in these good projects in the first place? Well, with trading, it's kind of easy. I started with $170 with this trading challenge, and we are approaching the $1,000 already, like in a month or so. So that's crazy. So the next stop is from 1,000 to 10,000, of course. But first, let's take a look at my crypto portfolio. So this right here is my crypto portfolio. I'm still working on it. So the numbers are not correct right here. The percentages are not correct, and you can ignore the rockets as well, because I'm adjusting all the time. Sometimes I look at a certain project and I just feel like, it's not really what why is this? Well, whatever. Sometimes I look at a project and I feel like it's not doing it anymore for me. For example, I was really starting to think like I should delete Pink Node. Why? Like, if you have your crypto portfolio right now, I don't know how diversified your portfolio is, by the way. Leave a comment. How much tokens do you have, right? I don't need to know how much money you have, but that's important as well. If you have $100, you can't have a portfolio like this, right? But I'm curious, how diversified are you playing it? I want to play it kind of diversified, although my biggest holdings are still, at the low risk portfolio, mainly, with Bitcoin. I have the biggest bag in Bitcoin. But I'm a big fan of gaming as well, but I should delete some still because it's too much, but I just don't know what. But if you have your crypto portfolio, what should you do to, make sure that it's still good? Because it's still bear market. Projects are still dying, right? Another project will be dead by tomorrow. And you just don't want it to be your project. Well, if you dollar cost average, that's also like you're not only buying as close to the bottom or the best average price around the bottom, but it's also that if you dollar cost average in, for example, well, pink notes here, and the project turns out to be dead in a week, then okay, but you lost only a percentage of your money, right? Because you haven't invested it all. So that's also a very good way to approach it. But let me take pink note as an example on how you maintains your portfolio, because you do not want to just go to pink note and for example go right here and think like, oh, it's so cheap, I'm gonna buy more, and a couple of months later buy more and then buy more, and then at the end of the day found out that the project was done, was already dead for a couple months, right? So what I'm usually doing right now is, I'm checking the price, right? What is the price doing? Well, nothing too much in this case, but it came from 80 cents and it's now less, a tenth of 8 cents, right? So it came down 100 times, so quite a lot. What I'm also doing is just going on Twitter, for example, and looking at pink note, like, are they still updating? And I look at these tweets that they are doing, and I feel like, whoa, I scrolled 2 times and it's already a month ago, right? I scroll a little more, it's already 2 months ago. Scroll a little more, and we're already in June. It's now middle of October, right? So I don't know. And it's not like they don't have to update daily. If there's nothing to be said, then you shouldn't be out there just to be out there. But I feel like in a bear market, a project should be out there. You do not have to, I don't know, just be out there. Be creative. You are the project, right? Do giveaways. Do something with promotions. Do something with marketing. Do update just on what are you working on, that kind of stuff, right? Make some videos. I don't know, something, right? But they don't do that a lot. So then I will start looking at, let me check my Telegram if I have ping note right. Well, let me go here. Then I go into the Telegram. And I open the Telegram, and we have pink note, and I'm not a member of all these groups because I don't want to get, I have too much spam going on my Telegram already. But you can already check it, right? So when I look at their Telegram, I feel like, okay, 5,000 members. Is it still active? Well, today or yesterday was an active day because people are active, relatively active. But if I scroll a little bit, look at this date right here. Scroll a little bit, 3rd of October, 1st. Whoa, September already. There's like not much going on right here, right? The last pinned message was from 22nd of June, like or almost 4 months ago. So also when it comes to that, I feel like, this is really giving me the urge to sell it. On the other hand, I feel like they are working though. They're just not good at communication and maintaining a community and handling a bear market. That's what they really have to learn. Sorry for all the pink note holders in here, but the team is just not good at that. On the other hand, they are still working. I like the product, and the price is really showing me signs like, wow, we are almost at the low, right? This is the price right now, and the low is this, right? So that was 19 days ago. So we are basically sitting at the low right now. There's no difference. So if you do believe in the project, and it's so low cap, right? It has, this isn't correct. There are like 50 millions in circulation instead of 184. But it's so low cap. And if you believe in the project, you might want to take the gamble like, okay, this is or getting wrecked, or I'm really making a lot of money with this. So in this case, I'm just hoping for the best. Like, it has no exchange listings yet. It has nothing. It has no, like, it's a really bad project when it comes to that. But on the other hand, if you look what it did in the bull market, well, you know, it went up like from 4 cents, 3 cents to around 40 cents. So it just moves with the bear market, right? It did a big 10x here, 15x give or take. So it does some good stuff, but you know, every project does this. But there's no volume. Look, there's no volume. So I'm, you know, I'm just giving this project a little time, as I do not have a lot of money in it. But these are the things you might want to take a look at. Well, for the rest, what I'm going to do is at my low risk portfolio, I'm going to keep Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, DOT, and Matic. But I think I'm going to move AVAX and Cardano to my mid risk portfolio, as I don't consider AVAX and Cardano completely low risk. I deleted Secret from my medium risk portfolio. I just don't feel Secret anymore. Like anonymous transactions and all that. I don't know if that's really what I need in my portfolio, to be completely honest. So I deleted that. I added Quant a couple of weeks ago. I traded it, I bought it pretty cheap, and I sold it at around $150. Now I'm waiting for it to go back to around $100, and then I'm gonna buy in again. And if that doesn't happen, okay, cool, I'm gonna delete it from my portfolio, because there are enough other good plays right here. So don't get too attached to one single project, basically. Otherwise you're gonna FOMO in later, then you're gonna get wrecked. That's not what you want, right? I mean, Quant is a good project, already quite high cap. Technology is very great. Hype is very great. Community is good. It has like, it doesn't give a fuck about the bear market, basically. So that's really nice. But yeah, you don't want to marry a project, basically. So that's what I did. From a high risk portfolio, I deleted Beethoven Finance, so Beats. Why? What's basically DEX. And I already have Boo in there, as that's the leading DEX on Phantom. If you ever want to know, like, okay, I believe in this chain, right? Like, you believe maybe in Phantom. Phantom is a good chain. It's a fast chain. It's high risk, high reward by now. But you believe in that. You got to believe in the projects being built on that, right? Because if a DEX or if a chain is going to be successful, then it's going to need a DEX. Right? So then you can go to DeFi Llama, for example, and go to chains, and you can search for a Phantom, right? And then you can also see what's built on Phantom. So let's take a look at Phantom. And this is quite crazy, though, that you know that Phantom was at like where we are right now. Didn't do anything basically, and it completely blew up, right? The total value locked on Phantom was 20x. Right, and then the bear market came, and one of the founders, what was his name again? I always know his name after I did my videos. Doesn't matter. He left. A lot of FUD going on, and now it's back here again. I do believe in Phantom, though. I don't know. I'm not sure, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like, man, it might be good, right? So if you then want to know, right, like, okay, what are the DEXs on Phantom? You can find it right here. So the DEX, the number one DEX with the total value locked, with the most total value locked, is SpookySwap, right? And the native token is Boo. Therefore, I feel like if Phantom is a success, the leading DEX will be a success. So the native token of the leading DEX will be a success, right? Beethoven X has more than twice less, right? And well, you can also look at Beefy, but that's something else. You can look at Curve, but that's multi-chain. You can look at Hector Network, but that has even way less. And you can go to these really low dexes like Yoshi Exchange, solidly. Sorry, that was a good project though. Came down a lot. But these are really high risk plays, right? These are DEXs right here. Like, everybody can basically create a DEX on a chain, and if you look at this total value locked right here, you know that nobody's really using it. And yeah, you could be early, but it could also be that you just invest in a shitty DEX, right? In this case, I would go for SpookySwap, 100 million total value locked. Like, that's not a lot. Then if you look at SpookySwap, the native token Boo, it's also very low cap, right? Tokenomics are quite nice. Circulating supply 10 million out of the max supply of 13 million, basically. You can stake it. You get a high APY. It is a very low cap. You know, if you compare this to PancakeSwap, for example, like this ridiculously low cap. If you look at the price chart, it was sitting at around $40 basically, and it's now sitting at $1. So it came down a lot, you know, and just check out the platform itself, right? Like, okay, let me take a look if I can connect it so I can maybe show you a little bit more. Right, let's connect it to Phantom. Here we go. So it's basically just the same, you know, as any other DEX, like PancakeSwap, for example. We all know about that. PancakeSwap, you can trade. Well, it's not loading here. You can trade, you can swap right here, you can add liquidity, you can farm, but you can also stake your BOO tokens, right? And you get XBOO. And if you have XBOO, you can lock your XBOO again, for example, to get one of these projects. So you can get Hector DAO or something like that, or it's a gaming, I don't know, Liquid Driver, Single, Tarot. You can get a quite nice APR on this. Yeah, it's and you can farm, of course, right? You can farm for quite some good APYs if you want to farm Phantom together with USDC. If you believe that Phantom will stay at this level for a while, like it did for the last 4 months, yeah, then it's pretty rewardable if you do this, right? So they have NFTs as well. They have their bridge. It's a good project. It's a good project. They're still out there. So basically, if you believe in the chain, just go check out the projects being built on that. And I'm now giving you a DEX as an example, right? There's a lot more than DEXs. You have lending platforms, you have yield aggregators, reserve currency, you have cross chains, right? Stargate, for example, it's a cross chain, also for Phantom. There's a lot, and you might want to look at something like that, right? So that's basically what I'm doing as well. So let me go back to my portfolio right here. Here we go, sorry. So I deleted Beethoven Finance because I felt like, yeah, I got a DEX already. I've got Phantom itself and I got BOO. Do I also need, Beethoven? No. What do I have more faith in? In the leading platform. So that's basically what I'm doing. For the rest, I still have Cellframe, Akash Network, Revest Finance, Polkadex, Trias, Scallop, Route, Get, and SetCX. SetCX you might not know yet. SetCX is really, it's getting a lot of hype lately. People talk about it a lot. You might seen it on Twitter, but it's still so low cap. It's crazy, and the working product is just very fine. Tokenomics are not completely perfect. But in this case, it's still so low cap. I feel like, nah, this is not really holding me back. If you look at the price, it did absolutely fantastic the last few weeks. It went from 3 cents. I bought it at 5 something and at 6, 7, 8 somewhere. I don't know. I made some really nice trades out of this one. And now it's sitting at this price. I'm definitely buying more. If you look where it came from $7, now sitting at 10 cents. Like, it came from far, and there were some token vestings from the ICO and all that. As far as I know, the vestings are completely done right now, but don't pin me to it. Check it out for yourself. Do your research on that. But this project really has it going. A lot of big accounts following it as well. They are really out there. Their use case has just been rolled out basically, and they are making it really easy, smart. CDFI ecosystem. So the Unizen ecosystem is housing and aggregating trades across trusted first and third-party exchanges modulus to enable a Zen state of mind for traders. So it's currently powered by the below liquidity providers, so Binance Cloud, Uniswap, PancakeSwap. They basically, to say it in my own words, if I can say it right in the English terms, I don't know, in Dutch I can explain it very well, but they bring together all DEXs basically, and I'll come back to that. I think I will make a full video on this, otherwise I'm gonna rattle right now, and I will pop up some good articles about it. SetCX is definitely in my portfolio. I'm dollar costing into this anywhere from 15, maybe lower, till 5 cents if it ever gets there. But yeah, I think $1 is inevitable with this one, and it's definitely in my portfolio. I'm giving it a big allocation. Like I said, the numbers aren't correct, but I'm giving it a big allocation. Other than that, I have my gaming portfolio. I have Superfarm, Ultra, Falcon Forge, Altora, but a lot more Altora. Why? Because Altora is just really, I feel like it's super low cap and it's kind of high risk, high reward when you look at it that way. But price has been pretty stable lately. Like basically everything, by the way, but it's, you know, yeah, it was came from 32 cents or 3.2 cents to 1.5 cents, but the last couple of weeks it's been pretty stable. Also, I just really like what they do with these smart NFTs. And yeah, if you look at it, it has been pretty stable, by the way. Super low cap as well. Tokenomics are not that bad. And you can definitely stake and farm it for a very decent return. If you switch to the Binance Smart Chain, I can show you right here. Yeah, it is okay. So if you look at this, you can stake it singly for 30% APY. That's pretty nice. But you can also farm it together with BNB, and that's what I'm doing as well. And there you can get a 145% APY. So if you have these LP tokens, you put it in, and it's automatically compounding your LP tokens, right? So it's compounding, and you know, at these prices, I feel like, man, if I'm compounding this token right here, getting as much as possible, and if it ever gets back to this point, you make a shitload of money out of this. And Altora is just really a platform that I really like. Their marketplace really looks on point as well, has a lot of users. I feel like this is really a play that I want to be involved in. Has a lot of good partnerships as well. So yeah, definitely Altora is a play for me. Yeah, other than that, I got 9.0, big risk, Sol, Phantasma, Polkstarter, Nakamoto Games, D-Race. I added Nakamoto Games, by the way, I think. I haven't shown you before Nakamoto Games. It's also a game that I feel like, yeah, this might be a interesting play. It came down a lot, looks dead, isn't that? Yeah, might be very interesting. Super micro cap as well. So yeah, my gaming portfolio is basically also a very high risk portfolio. Well, I've got some other stuff going on. So that's kind of my portfolio right now. But then you might wonder like, okay, but what up with buying altcoins, right? Well, let's take a look quickly at the market right now. As you can see, Bitcoin was in this downward trend since that we started the bear market basically. And I preach this a lot, like it's going to be exciting if we break this. Now it looks like we broke it and we test this line as support, and I just think it's very important that we keep that support. Thank you for the food. That we keep that support, and if we break that again, then yeah, it might start look a little different, and we can test this 18,000, like 300-400, you know, as support again. But then it's starting to weaken as well, you know. It's not perfect support, as you can see right here. So it looks like Bitcoin is a little undecided. I just want to see it hold this support, and this cross is the important point, right? It's not like that we do this. You know, I wanted to see this, but that's not what happened, right? It's very understandable that it did this. Support. We are at a big support level right now, but the big support level, really big support level, is around 18,500, give or take, right? So what's pretty understandable for me that might happen is that it exactly does this right here. And here is the point where I think it's going to be really interesting, because it's not only testing this big line as support, but also this line as support. If it breaks that, then I am definitely sure that we are going to see new lows for this bear market. But that's a big if, and I highly doubt that we are going to break this. Maybe a black swan, maybe a wick, fake out. I don't know. You know, you don't know what's happening in the world as well. Like the things that we don't know that are going to happen are not priced in. But I think that everything is going on right now. Inflation, recession, war, COVID, all that kind of stuff. It's already priced in. We already know that. And the market is already responding to that. And given the fact that we already priced in that stuff, Bitcoin is very strong. It's perspective, because this is one of the best bear markets so far. We are not out of it yet, but it's doing pretty well, because people always say, yeah, macro, and it's all good, you know, this time is different. Yeah, definitely. But this bear market was like, this drawdown was like really brutal. And here the world wasn't that bad to shit as it is right here. And Bitcoin's still doing pretty decent when we calculate that. So I don't know, right? So what I'm want to keep in mind is the stochastic RSI is just really important. I told you this way many times before on this channel. Every time the stochastic RSI is in the overbought territory, it will reset at a certain point, right? It will reset. Like here, let me zoom in here. Overbought, reset, overbought, reset, overbought, reset. Well, we were not really overbought, pretty high, getting there. We will reset. When? I don't know. We got some good buying volume coming in lately. So it might be that it does something like this and then resets. And in the meantime, Bitcoin does this and then resets. But it resets, here maybe. And then we start going up again. That might happen. But I also am around 30% in cash right now. Because I want to be prepared for both scenarios. I just want to be in cash, right? Because if, this happens right now, and Bitcoin does make a new low, I don't want to be there like, shit, I don't have cash and my portfolio is down. Now what, right? I sleep way much better when I am in cash. So that's why I'm placing my next buys as well. So I'm also, for all these altcoins that I'm looking at right now, just looking at the weekly the weekly time frame and just checking out the stochastic RSI. It's just my principle. Like I have bought like a third of my portfolio that I'm building right now because I don't want to miss out. Because in the other, it's also possible that we do this, right? It's not likely, but it's possible. Everything's possible, right? So I don't want to miss out. So I bought a third of what I already have. Apart from that, and it's also because everything is sitting around pretty decent tight lows, right? Apart from that, I won't buy if the stochastic RSI is overbought. I will buy when the stochastic RSI is oversold. It's just a rule that I taught myself, and that if you look back, it always works. Always, right? It depends. Do we buy it here when it's oversold, or do we buy it here when it's oversold? Because in the price, it kind of matters, definitely. But in the long run, every time it's overbought, it's always higher than when it was oversold. Like here, it was oversold, yeah, but here it was overbought. Not a lot of gains, but still gains. So you have to time it pretty nice. So I'm basically going to dollar cost whenever we are here, right? And some projects might already be. Some projects, most projects are definitely not. Like Rune USDT is definitely getting there. It's already there, by the way. So now, yeah, it could go down a little more and it could go sideways. And while it goes sideways, it is definitely possible for Rune. Let me delete that. It's definitely possible for Rune that it does this while this goes sideways, right? But that move, this downwards move, is pretty much guaranteed when it's here. Right, so now the odds are way better. So if I now look at Rune, I feel like, cool. Rune, check out the chart. It's sitting basically at very tight support right here. I don't know why my line is so ridiculously bad drawn, because the line should be around here, right, where it's sitting right now. Touch. Now here we had some stuff going on as well, right? So when we look at Rune, I feel like, yeah, definitely, I'm buying right here. Now, I hope for Rune that it will do something like what I've drawn right here, like this, and that we keep this support. And then when this finally comes together, which will take a long while until June, right? So, but then it really can fly maybe. In the meantime, it could do this and find new lows. Well, it's not going to -4, but but the odds are in our favor right now. So I'm just every week checking out Rune Bitcoin as well. Don't just check out the USDT charts, also the Bitcoin charts. How is Rune Bitcoin looking? Well, stochastic RSI is sitting nicely low. Is it sitting at a good support point right now? Let's take a look. Yeah, it's definitely sitting at a good support point right here. Resistance, support, almost support. Like the chance that, if you want a long run or buy run, yeah, then you should do it now, in my opinion, right? It doesn't mean we can't go lower if the market turns bad, because there is a lot more support. And even if there is no more support, we can always create support, right? So that's always possible. So I'm just checking out all these charts, What is currently, okay, Moon River, getting there, give or take, all right? Next. For example, last one, what was that? That was Moon River BTC. For example, Matic still coming down. I'm not buying Matic right now. And yeah, I could be wrong. Again, I could be wrong. The favors are against me right now, so I'm not buying it. And if I miss out, I miss out. I already ride the wave with, the little bit that I already have. So that's for that. And to wrap it up, I'm doing this trading challenge right here on Fairdesk, going absolutely fantastic. Really. Took a couple of losses, but took way more wins. And yeah, really, I started with $170. I've got my $133 bonus, so I should, delete that from that. But give or take, I'm now sitting at $700. So that's a big 4x that I already made. Big 4x? Yeah, big 4x that I already made in a month with trading. So I'm going to make some more videos about this, on how I trade exactly, what I see for now, very quickly. On the usually I trade the 1 hour time frame, but on the slightly high time frame, you can see Bitcoin is, sitting in this range between 20,000 and a half and 18,000 and a half. If you want to trade that, then I'm gonna wait in this case for Bitcoin to go to 18,000 and a half. That's the point where I will definitely long, although Bitcoin is sitting at some support right here. Look, we have a lot of support right here. We have a lot of support right here, and now it seems to bounce. So I feel like, okay, I'm now going to open a Bitcoin long. So what I'm going to do, market, cross, let me check. Okay, am I going to do a 20x? I'm being a little more ridiculous with my with the 10x and all that lately. I'm just doing that. So I'm going to add 20% of my bag into a Bitcoin long right now. Market, cool. Check if everything is correct. Okay, buy that. So I'm now long in Bitcoin. What am I going to do? Well, my liquidation price is sitting at $8,000. So I'm not going to get liquidated for this, right? So if Bitcoin decides to go right here, okay, I'm going to open another like 30% or something like that. If it breaks that level, yeah, then I'm gonna have to check out that I'm going to set a stop loss, because then it's going to get nasty, right? For now, this is working with just trading the range, long, long the bottom, you make profits, short the resistance, and if you set your stop losses, there's basically no losing in this. So if you look at my close positions, I took some big losses lately. $37 on BNB. I was longing that, wasn't working for me, but I luckily made it all back already. So give or take with Bitcoin. But I made some decent $128. This is pretty decent. Right? I started with little amounts, and I just start to kind of raise my amounts, and also the isolated and the cross leverage. But 10, 20x leverage, I did it with a 30x leverage a couple of times. It was really ridiculous. I wouldn't recommend doing that, by the way, but I was just YOLOing into it. So that's going pretty well. I just wanted to update you on this. Just a video about everything a little bit, and my girlfriend just dropped me pancakes, so I'm gonna eat right now. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, feel free to do so. If you have any questions, drop it in the comment bar. Tell me what content you enjoy most, and I will definitely focus more on that. For now, have a very nice day. I'll be back at 2 p.m. UTC with another review video for 5 coins of the crypto portfolio challenge. After that, tomorrow, gonna discuss the last 5, and then we are starting to, make the portfolio finally. So I'll see you then. Bye.